Hello everyone, welcome to session on home automation project by Bolt IoT. Am I audible to everyone? Am I audible to everyone? Okay, cool. We'll start now. Okay, so let me start by introducing myself. So I am Shobhit Kumawat and I am currently working as robotics and IoT project engineer at Kitolit Private Limited. I was also working as community manager intern at Bolt IoT. Currently, I'm in my fourth year from EC at Triple IT Nagpur. I have worked on various IoT and robotics projects, uh, and I have also worked on various programming languages like C, Python, JavaScript majorly. So, if you want to contact me, you can always connect with me on LinkedIn. These are my LinkedIn IDs, GitHub, and email ID. So, I hope you all are excited for this session. So, we'll start now. Okay. So before starting this workshop, if you have any questions during the session, you can write this down. We will be having a question answer session at the end of this session. So we will be answering all your queries at that time. Also, do not worry if you miss some part of session. The recording of this session will be available on this link. That is https slash theboltid.com slash workshops. I'll be sharing this link in chat section as well. So do not worry about any of the resources, code, schematics for this session. Everything will be shared to you at the end of the session. All right. So let's start with the session. Coming to the hardware required for this session, so we will be requiring these hardware module, that is Bolt Wi-Fi module, relay module, few jumper wires. If you have these components, if you want to follow along with me, you can bring these components down and you can always follow along with me. So these are the three components which we will be majorly requiring. The first one is Bolt Wi-Fi module, second one is relay module, and then jumper wires. All right. Coming to the few more hardware that we will be requiring. As this is an home automation session, we will be controlling real life LED bulb. That is what I can show you on the camera. And we need some few electric wires that we usually use at our home. So this is nothing but a holder with electric wire. Alright, so these are the hardware components that we require. The first one is Bolt Wi-Fi module, second one is relay module, few jumper wires, electrical wires, and LED bulb. If you have these components, if you want to do along it with me, you can always bring them down. I'm waiting for a minute so that you can collect those components. Those who do not have these components, do not worry. For this session, you can learn the concepts and you can perform it later, even after watching the recording as well. That works. All right. So I'll be waiting for a minute so that you can collect all those hardware components that are required. If you have, it is not mandatory, but yeah. Those who don't know how these components looks like, I'll show you on camera as well if you are confused. So this is the electric wire, this is the bulb, this is the Bolt Wi-Fi module, this is the relay module, and few jumper wires. That's it. I hope you are able to see the components. That's how these components looks like. If you want to bring, you can bring them down. That's how these components looks like. If you are facing any problem in identifying the components. Okay, all right. So I hope everyone has bought those components. Can you just write in chat box once? Those who have the components. All right. Okay, so we will move further now. So before starting this session, let me give you a brief overview about Bolt Cloud. So how many of you are aware of the word Bolt Cloud or cloud service? Do you know what cloud service is? Okay, I'll tell you those who don't know. So you can consider cloud as a bank locker where you put all your stuff safely, uh, and whenever you need to access the content of locker, you can access it anytime. Only you can access that content. So that is similar to cloud service. In case of IoT, it is used to store sensor data. It is used to communicate between sensors, modules, chips. So, in simple words, this is a cloud service, right? So, I'll give you a brief overview of Bolt Cloud. So, if you log into Bolt Cloud, if you don't have any account on Bolt Cloud, you can create an account on Bolt Cloud. I'll show you how you can create it. If you already have an account, you can always log in into it. But those who don't have account on Bolt Cloud, I'll show you how you can create one. So that's where we are going to do whole programming, setup, and everything related to this home automation project. So if you go to cloud.boltit.com, the site is cloud.boltit.com. You will end up to interface like this. You can always create an account by clicking here. Since I already have an account, I want to be submitting this form. I'll directly log in into it, right? So those who don't have account, they can create by visiting cloud.boltit.com, and yeah, then you can create the account. I'll quickly log in uh, using my account. Just a minute. Just a minute, guys. I hope you are able to see my screen. Once you log in, you will end up to interface like this. Once you click on login, you will end up to interface like this. So this is home page of Bolt Cloud, where you can see all your Bolt devices. Currently, I have two devices that are shown here. You can always add multiple devices to this cloud dashboard. Uh, Whenever you want to write code or want to create any product, you can click on product section and you can see different code and products that you have written. We can also set alerts on Bolt Cloud. It's fine, guys. It will take some time. There are a lot of people which are accessing this website. All right. There is an API section which we will be using to control our appliances in this session. So here you can manage your API keys. You can generate the API keys based on your custom web application. You can integrate them. Either it is your web app, React app, HTML website, static website, anything that sort of. So that's how Bolt Cloud looks like. So we will right away shift to slides now. Okay. So I hope the Bolt Cloud interface is clear. You can explore it at your end as well. If you are facing any issues in creating account, you can try again. Definitely, you will be able to access the Bolt Cloud. So let's understand how we are going to achieve or how a cloud architecture works. I'm talking about a general IoT cloud architecture. It's not specific, but yeah, it is general for every cloud infrastructure. So what happens is there is a device, suppose it is a mobile device, it is connected to the cloud service, all right, and this cloud service is connected to the appliance, or you can consider it as Wi-Fi board or any of the boards that are available. In our case, it is Bolt Wi-Fi module. So what happens is our Bolt Wi-Fi module is connected to cloud, okay, and our mobile phone is connected to cloud. Whenever we want to perform any operations, we press a button, we give a command on our mobile phone, it communicates with cloud and get our task done. Suppose I want to turn a bulb on, right? So I'll go to mobile app, I'll click the button of turning the bulb on. As soon as this button is clicked, it will go to the cloud service. Cloud service will find that device, will find that product, and it will perform the task. That means it will turn on the bulb. I think that thing is clear to everyone. So this is the basic cloud architecture that happens everywhere in almost every cloud service. This thing happens. So moving ahead, coming to APIs. How many of you are aware of the term API? Do you know what API is? Are you familiar with this? You can write in chat box. How many of you are aware of the word APIs? Application Programming Interface. Yes, that's correct. So Pratham has answered it correct. It is application programming interface. So don't worry if you don't know it. I'll explain you in very simple words. I don't want to go much technical. I'll tell you in very simple words what API is and how it is significant to us in this session or maybe in this project. All right. So I'll explain you those who don't know what APIs is. It stands for Application Programming Interface. So basically, these are the communication protocols which help us to communicate between two different applications or software. See, most of you must have booked a cab in any of the apps, right? Whether it is Ola, Uber, Rapido. They have a map section where you can see where is your rider or where is your current location, how far you have reached from your current destination. So how did the Uber knows your current location using Google Maps? There is something which is going on internally, right? So using APIs, they are communicating with each other. Google Map is sending data to Uber, and Uber is sending data to Maps. So that is the simple work of APIs. They are used to communicate between two different softwares or interfaces. So suppose if I want to send a gift to my friend's office, right? So this is my friend's office and this is me. So you can consider the delivery boy as API because it will send whatever gift item I want to my friend's office and it will give me response as well. whether it is delivered or not. So that response or feedback is nothing, but in this case, it would be your parcel is delivered or your gift is undelivered or take some action. Similarly, APIs takes task or some data, send or transfer it to another applications and give you a response whether it is successful or not. All right. I hope this thing is clear to everyone. So, in simpler words, API is nothing but a delivery boy which will help us to perform our task. If I ask him to deliver food, it will deliver food for me. If I ask him to go to my home, it will go to my home. Similarly, in APIs, what we are going to do is we will ask APIs to control our devices. Go to my device and turn it on. So APIs will go to my device and turn the devices on. If I want to turn off, I'll ask APIs to do the task for me. I hope it is clear to everyone. So we will move ahead now. Coming to Bolt APIs. So see, every software, every platform, every cloud platform has its own APIs, have their own syntaxes. So Bolt to have their own APIs, you can always read the documentations how these works. So Bolt Cloud APIs provide a communication between Bolt device or any third-party apps, whether it is device, any applications, website, or anything. It uses GET, HTTP GET and POST methods uh, to perform the task. So to control the devices, there are a lot of APIs available in Bolt. To fetch the data, there are a lot of APIs available in the Bolt. To check whether your device is online or not, there are a lot of APIs available. Even to restart your device, there are APIs available. So based on the task that you want to achieve, you can call the particular APIs. Now, how do you know which API you are going to call, right? So you can always access it from docs.volt.com. All these links I'll be sharing you at the end of this session. So if you come here and see, every information related to Bolt APIs is available. How these API requests work, how it looks like, what are the GPIO commands, APIs for GPIO commands, UART commands, every task that you need to perform, you can find these APIs here. You can read the documentation, you can create the API and test it. All right. I hope that thing is clear to everyone. So there is one more simpler way of doing it. If you come to Bolt Cloud Dashboard, you will see an API section in top left. There is an API section here. When you click here, you can directly generate your API keys from here. Suppose I want to create API keys for this device. Don't worry if you're not getting it fully. I'll tell you what digital read is, what digital write is. For now, just see how you can create APIs in cloud itself. Suppose I want to create API for the device. I want to digital write something, maybe first pin. I want to make it low. When I click on build API request, the API will be automatically created for me. So I don't need to do any manual effort. So yeah, that's a good section in Bolt IoT cloud section. So we will be using it later. For now, you just need to know what Bolt Cloud is, how it looks like, what are Bolt APIs, and why they are used. All right. Moving ahead. So coming to our project now, that is home automation project. So in this project, what we are going to do is we are going to control a real life LED bulb using Bolt Wi-Fi module. That's our intention for this session, right? Anyways, you can extend it to any level. You can control your fans, any other appliances that you have in home. The relay that I'm using is capable of controlling 250 volt devices. It's upon your use case which appliances do you want to control. But for now, I'll tell you from scratch how you can control a basic LED bulb of your home using Bolt Wi-Fi module. So let us see how to approach for it, right? How to approach for this project is more important. Directly jumping to the project creation is not a good idea. So I have created a rough mind map for it. So what we are going to do is we are going to create an app or web interface which have two buttons, one for turning it on and one for turning it off. We have an bulb, we have an app. As I have earlier told you, whenever we need to perform any task, we will ask APIs to do it. In our case, these are Bolt APIs. So what I'm going to do is, whenever this on button is clicked, I'll ask API to turn on the device. Whenever this off button is clicked, I'll ask these APIs to turn off that device. That is our basic idea. I hope that thing is clear to everyone. If you have any confusion, you can ask. It is very simple. We are going to create our own website or app, which will be having two buttons, one for on and one for off. Whenever these buttons are pressed, our API will turn the device on or off. All right. Now, before directly jumping to real life bulb, I want you to control an LED light first. Simple LED light first. So this is the connection diagram of simple LED light. Give me a minute so that I can set up this for you. I'll show you in real how you can control the real light bulb. Just a minute. So I hope my components are. So this is my Bolt Wi-Fi module, and these are basic LEDs. I'll connect them based on the diagram that I'll show you. So the longer leg of LED is the longer terminal is positive one and shorter is negative one. So if you see the slides, the longer terminal is connected to pin number 0 and the shorter terminal is connected to ground. So I'll do the same here as well. In my case, I'm not using resistance because I'm not turning the LED on for long duration. But it is always recommended to use resistance. Alright, so I'll take an LED, I'll flip the Bolt Wi-Fi module and I'll connect it. So this is my pin number 0. I'll connect the LED right away. Alright, I hope you are able to see it. See, that's how I have connected. I hope you have made the connections, those who have hardware. It is very simple. There are only two terminals. One will go to pin number 0, one will go to pin number 4, that is ground in this Bolt Wi-Fi module. So now comes to the programming part, right? We should write some program to control this LED, right? So coming to the slides, we have made the connections. Now how do we write the program for it, right? So this is the interface of Bolt Cloud. I'll be writing programs here itself. So this is the interface. This is my device. I'll be writing the program here as well. So when you click on product, you will see an option of add product. Add product is nothing but the project that you are creating. Add product is nothing but the project that you are creating. So I'll right away create a new project. I'll create a new product. I'll name it as LED, uh, yellow LED control. Since LED is an output device, it will give us light. It is an output device. I'll select output device here and I'll click on done. Sorry, typo. So now my project is created. You can see here. To write the code, you have to click on this configure button icon. Once you click on it, you will see an option of writing project documentation, product documentation. Here you can see the hardware. In this case, it is Bolt Wi-Fi module and code that you need to write. So that's where we are going to write our code. Those who have completed Bolt training must be aware of this, right? So here I'll write a code to control an LED. All right. So Bolt Cloud has feature of predefined templates. These are known as chord snippets. You can directly import them rather than writing each and every code from scratch. So I'll be doing the same here. If you see here, there is an electricity kind of icon. If you hover to it, it will be showing chord snippets. So here are the quick codes which you can import directly. So I'll click on it. I'll search for an LED control code. If you see here, there is a code named as LED control. I can directly import it to control my LED light. So I'll click on it, I'll click on select. It will preview the code. I'll directly click on insert. So without writing a single line of code, I have imported the code for controlling an LED. Those who are following along with me, I'll be waiting for a minute. You can come to this page, you can import the code snippet. I'll be waiting for a minute. I hope you have done up to this. Alright. Now what we are going to do is we will give the file name. Suppose I'll give it as yellow LED control. Since it is in JavaScript code, I'll choose extension as JavaScript. I'll explain you the code, what it is written, basically. So it is nothing, but it is a digital write function. So I'll tell you what digital write is in short. See, there are two pins in a board. Basically, in Bolt Wi-Fi module, there are majorly two pins. One is analog pin, and another one is digital pins. Usually, whenever you need to connect any output devices like LEDs, buzzers, or any such sort of components, we connect them to digital pins. So digital pins work as a switch only. They are used to either turn on something or to turn off something. So that's why we are using digital write function here, because in case of LED, there are only two states, either to turn it on or to turn it off. If I talk bit electrically, either to give power supply or to cut off the power supply. If I go more technical, either it is 5 volt or 0. So whenever we need to turn on something, we will make digital pin as high, and whenever we want to turn off something, we will make digital pins as low. We will cut down the voltage for it. So that is the thing we have written from it. And how I came to know about this function, it is already given on code snippets, right? So I have directly imported them from here. So there are two buttons I have created, one for turning on LED and one for turning off the LED. When I need to turn it on, I'll turn on the pin number 0. Whenever I need to turn off, I'll turn off the pin number 0. Because in diagram, I have connected it to pin number 0. Alright. I hope this thing is clear to everyone. So after writing code, you can click on save button. So from here, you can save the code that you have written. Once it is saved, we can exit now. Now the question is, we have created a product, we have created the code, we have tested the code as well, syntaxes and everything. How do I push the code to my device, right? So before pushing the code, I'll connect USB cable to my Bolt Wi-Fi module. So if you see the camera, I'm using this cable to power on my Bolt Wi-Fi module. I'll connect this terminal and another terminal to my laptop. It is easier for me to connect to laptop. So I'll right away connect it to my laptop. I hope you are able to see my device. So currently it is trying to connect to internet. Once it is connected to internet, it will give green light. So if you observe here, the green light has arrived. That means it is connected to internet. Those who don't know how to link Bolt Wi-Fi module, you can see there are a lot of tutorials, documentations available on Bolt Cloud. You can follow those steps to make your Bolt device online. It is also given in Bolt trainings as well. Right. So I have already done this part, so I don't need to do it. As soon as I gave power to my Bolt Wi-Fi module, it is connected to internet. If I see my cloud dashboard as well, it is showing online. You can see my home automation device is showing online. That means my device is online. It is ready to connect and perform the task. Now, whatever code we have written is in products, right? This is the code that we have written, yellow LED control. To push this code to device, we need to link it to device, right? We have written the code, we need to push it to the board, right? So that it can perform the task accordingly. So what I'm going to do is I'll push it. So to push, there is a link icon available on top right. This. Just click on it and it will ask for which device do you want to push the code. In my case, it is home automation device. I'll click on it and press done. Alright. If you see here, now my home automation device is online. It is connected to my product yellow LED control. The code is already inside it. Now to view the code, there is an option view this device. Just click on view this device. I'll present the another tab. Just a minute. Okay. So if you see here, when I click on view device, that's how it is looking to me. There are two buttons. One is LED on and another is LED off. When I click on these buttons, it will perform the task accordingly. You can observe this in camera. See, now I'll click on LED on. If I click on LED off, it will turn off the LED. If I click on LED on, it will turn on the LED. If I click on LED off, it will turn off the LED. So using this simple code, we are able to control the appliances over internet. You can control it from anywhere in the world. Even I'll show you how you can control it using Bolt mobile app. So this is my mobile device. I don't know how it will be visible to you, uh, but yeah, this is my mobile device. If you see, there is a home automation project here. If I click on it, you can see two buttons, LED on and LED off. Let me try to control it using LED on button. If I click the button, it is turning off. If I click on turn off, it is turning off. So the same dashboard can be accessed on mobile app as well. See, same code. So that's how you can control the LED. Now the question is coming to the slides now. Now the question is, this is a small LED bulb, right? It doesn't require much power. So how can we control real world appliances that works on 220 to 250 volt? Can anyone answer? Can anyone answer? How can we control real world appliances? See, LEDs do not require much power. But if we talk about real world home appliances, they need 230 volts using some resistor and other appropriate devices. So what are those appropriate devices? Yes, using relays. So coming to the introduction to relays, so relay is a switch which is used to open and close the circuit electronically. Basically, it is a switch, but it is a digital switch which is used to control real world appliances, right? Usually, our Bolt Wi-Fi module works on 5 volt. Using 5 volt only, you will be able to control the appliances. That is the beauty of relay module. Yes, power supply can be controlled. It is nothing but a switch only to turn on and to turn off something. But it can be controlled electronically. That's the major advantage. So if I talk about normally open case, usually what we use, whenever we give low pin or low power supply to relay, it will turn on the appliances. Mind my words, in case of relay, it is opposite. Whenever the power supply is low, it will turn on the appliances. And whenever the digital pin is high, it will turn off the appliances. There is some typo. Ignore that. But whenever it is low, it will turn on the appliances, and whenever it is high, it will turn off the appliances. It's reverse. All right. I hope this thing is clear to everyone. Why it is opposite? Actually, it has magnetic coil inside, which moves based on magnetic induction. So the internal structure of relay is made such that whenever in normal open condition it is low, it will act as turning on the appliances. Whenever it is high, it will turn off the appliances. I hope it is clear to everyone. So it is able to control AC voltage from 220 volts to 250 volts. And that is all we require for normal appliances that we have in the home. I hope this thing is clear. Why we are using relays, how to use the relays, how these relays works. Okay, moving ahead, let us see how we can make connections in a relay module. So this is the schematic for connecting a bulb, relay module and Bolt Wi-Fi module together. So I'll be doing it step by step in front of you in camera now. So you can follow it along. Before doing it, I'll show you there are three pins in a relay. One is connected to 5 volt, one is connected to ground, and one is connected to pin number 1 of Bolt Wi-Fi module. So you need to remember three things. One is connected to 5 volt, one is connected to relay, ground pin, and one is connected to pin number 1 of Bolt Wi-Fi module. Alright. So I'll quickly show you how we can make the connections. I hope you are able to see my camera now. Right. So this is my Bolt Wi-Fi module, and this is my relay module. I am using two channel relay module since I don't have one channel, but it's okay. It will work the same. Sorry. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll take three jumper wires. I'll connect it as per the schematic diagram that is shown here. So if you see relay carefully, there are three pins inside it. One is ground, VCC, and relay. I'll be connecting these three pins here. I have connected these three pins to relay. If that is visible to everyone, I have connected the three pins. Alright. So now I'll make connections to Bolt Wi-Fi module accordingly. So first connection that I'm going to do is I'll connect 5 volt to 5 volt. So in your relay, you will see a pin named as VCC. So I'll be connected VCC to 5 volt of Bolt Wi-Fi module. So this is the 5 volt pin of Bolt Wi-Fi module. I'll show you. This is 5 volt pin of Bolt Wi-Fi module. I have connected 5 volt of relay module VCC to 5 volt pin. Same is also visible on schematic. Now I'll be connecting ground pin. So in my case, this green one is ground pin. So I'll connect it to ground of board. I'll connect it to ground of board. If you see, I have connected two pins. One is to 5 volt and one is to ground. Here also in relay, if you see, one is written as ground, one is written as VCC. Now there is one more pin left. If you see on schematic, this blue pin, right? Blue wire. It is connected to pin number 1. So I'll connect it to pin number 1. So my connections are done. I have connected all those three pins based on the diagram. Those who are doing it along with me, Take your time and do it. The connections are very simple. There are three pins and relay. There are three pins that you need to connect to Bolt Wi-Fi module. One is 5 volt, one is ground, and one to pin number 1. We don't need any Arduino Uno for it. Simply Bolt Wi-Fi module will work. Alright, great Ravi. Now see, the bottom part of circuit is done in schematic. We need to do the top part. For that I have this, I'll put this aside. I have a simple wire. Most of the people are confused how to control real world appliances or how to make the connections. I'll tell you in very simple way. See, this is my normal wire. There is nothing cutted or any that sort of thing. What I'll do is I'll choose a wire, any wire. Suppose I choose a green wire. So what I need to do is I have to cut this green wire into two parts. This is my whole wire. I'll open it. I'll cut the green wire in two parts. If you have red wire, so this is my holder. I'll be cutting the green wire from anywhere of my choice. So let me cut it quickly. If you see, I have cutted the wire, this green wire, from anywhere. From anywhere in between, I have cutted the green wire. Simple. And I have left yellow wire as is. Now what I need to do is, I have to take the relay module. I have to insert these two wires on right side of your relay. These two. These two pins. If you observe schematic as well, you have to connect it here. That's it. So if you have normal wire, what you do is you cut any one wire. Usually it is red wire. In my case, I don't have red wire, so I have cutted green wire. Cut it in between. You will be having two wires, right? Now connect those two wires inside this relay. So let me bring the screwdriver and tighten it up. I'll show you how to do it. Alright, so I have bought the screwdriver. You can also do it along with me. So I'll be quickly doing it. Those who are not comfortable, please do not take any risk. Either you can take help from your elders because it is a bit risky thing. It directly deals with 230 volts. So until and unless you are comfortable with electronics, do not attempt it. You can always take help from your elders or anyone who is expertise of it. I have habit of doing these things, so I am able to do it very easily. So I have quickly connected these wires. See, all right. I have done the connections. If you see very clearly, I have cutted the green wire in between. I have connected. It's very easy. I hope this thing is clear to everyone. Also, in holder, I'll place the bulb. You can use any of the bulb or CF bulbs or any light that you have. So all my connections are done. I have made the connections of Bolt Wi-Fi module. I have made connections of relay module. Even I have connected the real world appliances. But make sure whenever you are using a relay, you are extra careful. All right. So let's write the code for this project now. Uh, I'll share my screen. I hope you are able to see this. What I'll do is I'll click on add product, control bulb. Same thing I'll do. I'll use output device because bulb is also an output device, and I'll click on done. I'll again click on configure button. I'll write the code. I'll write it as control bulb. The syntax would be JavaScript only, so we will be using JavaScript exchange. Now there are two options. Either you can use code snippet or you can visit Bolt documentation. So I share my complete screen. So when you go to docs.boltit.com, when you scroll down, controlling output devices, you will see lot of options. So we will be using cloud dashboard. So there are lot of syntaxes available. How you want your buttons to look. If you want your look like this, you can use this. If you want your buttons to look like this, you can use this. If you want your buttons to look like this, you can use this. If you want your buttons to look like this, you can use this. So I'll be using this because I like this personally. So I'll be copying the code from here. I'll paste it to Bolt Cloud. I'll change the name to bulb on and bulb off. I'll align it to center instead of left. How I came to know? It is already written on Bolt Cloud. See, left, center, and right. So this is the code that I have written. As I have already told, when you want to turn your bulb on, you have to make the signal low. If you want to make your bulb off, you have to make the signal high. That is already there. Now, if you see, there is a mistake in my code. Can you point this out? There is a mistake in my code. There is something wrong in my code. Spelling of center, it's not wrong. Pin 0, yes. JS Lab has answered it correct. So if you see the schematics, I have connected it to pin number 1. But here in the code, I have defined it as pin number 0. That's wrong, right? So I'll have to change it to pin number 1. So what this code will do is whenever someone will press this bulb on button, it will change the value of pin number 1 to low. Whenever someone will press the button bulb off, it will change the pin number 1 value to high. That is the thing. So I'll quickly save the code. I'll connect my Bolt Wi-Fi module to USB. Since the code is saved, I'll link it to my device, that is home automation device. So now my home automation is linked to control bulb product. The code is already inside it. Let us see how it looks like. So this is how the interface looks like, because that's what I have written in the code. What I'll do is I'll try to control the real world appliance now. So are you guys excited to see it? Do you think the bulb will glow? Okay, let's see. So this is my bulb, this is my Bolt Wi-Fi module, this is my relay, this is my bulb. Actually, I'll show you in phone itself. It would be better for you people to see. So that's how the interface look in the phone. What I'll do is I'll click on button on. It is flickering. It is due to camera only. In real, it is glowing only. I'll turn it off. Similarly, let me control it using web dashboard as well. So the camera is visible, right? I'll click on bulb on. I'll click on bulb on. So that's how you can control any of your real world appliances using Bolt Wi-Fi module and relay. Now some people, those who are enthusiasts, may be interested in creating their own web dashboard, right? So you can even do the same. I have written some code. I'll show you. I have already written some code for you. Uh, those who are interested in creating their own web interfaces. So you can even host your HTML code on Bolt Cloud as well. So I have created this. If you see, I have written basic code using Bootstrap only. This is the code that I have written. You can always access the code from the link that I will be sharing. So it is using JavaScript library of, I mean, Bolt command.js. You can know more about this in the forum link that I will be sharing. So I have used basic HTML CSS to make it look good. So I'll show you how it looks like and whether it is working or not. So I'll push this code to my device. If I click on view device, that's how it looks like. So that's how it looks like. I hope you are able to see. So this is the custom page that I have created. I'll show you again. I'll click on view device. I have created a simple web page using JavaScript having Bolt logo and buttons to turn it on and off. So let us try it using this as well. You see, using custom HTML CSS page, I am able to control it. So there is no limitations. You can integrate the Bolt APIs to any of your web applications. That's not an issue. So you are free to use your creativity. All these codes are available on the GitHub link that I have shared it to you people. So you don't need to worry about it. All right. So coming to the slides now. So that's how the hardware connections looks like. Even if you are confused anytime, you can always watch these. From here, you can import the custom pod snippets that I have already told you. This is the code that I have written in Visual Studio Code. I have also showed you how it looks like. It's upon you whether you want to integrate it in Python Flask, React app, HTML, JavaScript, Bootstrap, anything that you want. So that's how the web page looks like, and it is working, right? So these are the important links for this session. You can access all the project resources, all the reference links using this QR code and the link that is shown here. All the schematics, slides, everything, every code that I have written is already available there. Please take a screenshot of this QR code or this complete page. Just in case if you want to follow it along in future, you can always do it. I'll be there in the session. Once you do it, we will be shifting to question answer section now. All the codes, all the slides, all the schematics, all the reference links are available on this QR code and this link that is available on the screen. You can always scan the QR code or you can type this link to access all the session material. Then we can proceed for question answer section. I'll be answering all your queries. Don't worry about it. Every single question I'll be answering. Also, the video recording for this session will be available at boltit.com/workshops. So you can revisit it, watch it if you are stuck somewhere. Okay, so we will move to question answer session now. So those who have any questions, please feel free to ask me now. Okay, Akash is asked, how many bulb or fan can we join on it? Since mine is two channel relay, I can control two appliances. I can control two appliances. There are four channel relays, eight channel relays, even 16 channel, 32 channel relays available in the market. You can choose based on your requirement. Suppose if you want to control four appliances, you can buy four channel relay. In my case, I have two channel relay. Alright. I hope your query is clear, Akash. It should be always connected to internet, right? Yeah, Bolt Wi-Fi module should be connected to internet. If you want offline control, you can connect it with Bolt is Arduino version of Bolt IoT, which you can control offline. You can connect multiple sensors to it. How APIs and cloud are different? Okay, so APIs are our mediators which do task for us, but cloud service it is virtual storage. It's not virtual storage. It exists in real, but we like access it remotely. So cloud is where all operations, even whole data is stored in cloud. But APIs take certain amount of data to perform the task. It doesn't know what is going internally, how the things are working, and all those things. I hope this thing is clear to everyone. Praveen. Yeah, we can only connect one element in a relay, one relay. I mean, in one relay, I mean to say one relay section. If you are buying 16 channel relay, you can connect 16 different appliances. But in single relay section, you can connect only one. Okay, green light was for connection to internet and blue light was to indicate whether Bolt Wi-Fi module is on or not. Blue light indicates whether Bolt Wi-Fi module is on or not. Is it needed to connect every time to laptop? No, it is not required. Can it use for commercial? Yes, you can use it. It depends which hardware you are using, or I mean, what kind of PCBs and chips that you are using. But using similar concept, you can do it commercially until and unless the thing is not copyrighted or patented. What are the names of pins in relay channel? One is VCC, that is 5 volt. Second one is ground. Third one is IN pin. IN pin is nothing but the digital pin. Sir, can I connect with you today? Complete my project. I'm stuck. You can always ask on forum, and I already shared my LinkedIn or email. You can always email on that. Where can we get this hardware object? You can get it from Bolt IoT itself. It depends what component you want. Distance between bulb and phone, it is unlimited. Even you are sitting in London and controlling in India, you can do it. If I join two relay module, uh, when we use fortunate, can we control devices separately? Yes, you can control it. That is not any issue. You can control every device separately. For every device, you will be having a pin on your relay. Is 5 volt relay enough to control 220? Yes, it is enough. By using one Wi-Fi module, uh, can we connect n channels of a relay? Yes, you can. Is this automation being used in large scale real world home appliances? It is used in large scale as well. The condition is that the appliances should be working up to 250 volts and few amperes that is mentioned on your relay module. It depends on quality of hardware. There are a lot of questions. I'll be taking two, three more, and then we can wind up the session. Can we control fan? Yes, we can control the fan. How is the Wi-Fi module powered? You can power it using charger only, mobile charger or your power bank. Anything works for it. Even you can power it on using batteries, lithium cells. Anything works for both Wi-Fi module. Then why we not use at home? You can use it. You can create it. Even your parents would be happy to see it. How many mobiles can be connected for same project? It depends actually. Where you have logged in your cloud device. Even you can share it publicly as well. You can share it with friends. It's upon you. Is it free to use Bolt API? Up to certain extent, up to fair use, it is free to use. All right, guys. I hope I was able to answer. How to supply power to Wi-Fi module via USB or relay module? Via USB, you can power it on using power bank mobile charger. If you want to power the Bolt Wi-Fi module using batteries that are available in market, you can use them to connect to 5 volt and ground, and your Bolt Wi-Fi module will power on. For more this information on this, you can visit Bolt documentation. This step is already mentioned there. So, all right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this session. You learned something new. Uh, the recording with for this session is available on that link. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll be happy if you submit the feedback. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.